Hello guys, welcome to this video. So today I have a really special recipe for you, and the recipe I'm going to be showing you how to make today is plantain chips. And I'm making plantain chips two ways. So we have oven baked plantain chips and air fried plantain chips, and then we're going to discuss which one is better and who likes what. This recipe was actually inspired by Sisi Yami's oven baked plantain chips recipe. I will put the link to her video in the description box, because although I had the plantains at home to make them, I would never have thought of not frying the plantains and baking them instead if I hadn't watched her video. So thank you, Sisi Yami. Now I actually put something up on Instagram about this. Now the whole reason why we decided to make the plantain chips at home is because we bought a batch of plantains that were very unripe, and they refused to ripen, because we usually buy unripe plantains so that we can keep them for the whole week and they don't get too overripe or too soft or anything like that. But we kept these plantains for 2 weeks, guys, and it was Easter. The plantains refused to ripen. They were really, really green and really, really hard, and so we were really confused as to what to do with them. And my aunt was just like, you know what, just make plantain chips, that's all we can do. And so basically, to me, this really spoke to me at the end of the day, because I was like, you know what, we wanted to make fried plantain or dodo with those plantains because we thought they were going to ripen. But at the end of the day, we ended up making IPEKERE or plantain chips. And the thing is, we thought that those plantains were meant to be used for fried plantain, but really they were meant to be used for plantain chips. So if you're at a stage in your life where you feel like you've been pushed prematurely into something, these plantain chips were harvested too early. That's why they couldn't ripen. And if we hadn't used them, what was going to happen is that they were just going to go off. Some people, they're pushed into something early and they feel like, you know what, this is too early, I'm not ready. And what happens is that they just hold on, they don't do anything, they're waiting for the right time to come for them, they're just waiting, holding on in life and thinking, you know what, I'm not ready yet. And what happens is that they end up in a very bad place. If we hadn't used these plantains for something, they would have gone off. They would have started to rot. But what we decided to do was make plantain chips. Now to me, this just spoke to me that these plantains were initially meant to be used for plantain chips. That's the truth. What you think you're here to do might not actually be what you are here to do. Open your eyes. God has amazing plans for you. Jeremiah 29:11 says that his plans for us are for good and not for evil, not for disaster, to give us a hope and a future, to give us a wonderful, glorious end. That's what God's word says. So you have to believe that no matter where you are in your life right now, there's a reason and a purpose for where you are. And there's something beautiful that's going to come out of your present situation. Don't give up. I said don't give up on God, because he won't give up on you. And don't give up on you, because God has something great and beautiful in store for you. So although these are just plantains and I'm just making plantain chips, I really hope you get the deeper meaning of this today. God has you in his hands. His eye is on you. He loves you. He's for you. He's not against you. And he has beautiful things in store for you. You might think you're not where you're meant to be, but you're right where he wants you to be. And he makes everything work together for your good. Even the bad circumstances that he doesn't want in your life, he will make it work together for your good. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you comment and you subscribe and you like this video. Thank you so much. Bye. So for this recipe, we need some very unripe plantains. Here I used about 8 plantains to make the quantity of plantain chips I was going to be making. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into very thin and very even slices. It's really a good idea to make them really regular. As you can see, some of my pieces were a bit bigger than the others. In this video, you can see that the one on the right is a bit bigger than the one on the left, and they're not even all the way through, but still. So for seasoning, we're using some salt, some pepper, some paprika, and some thyme, just to give it some extra flavor. Then we're going to mix it all together and distribute the seasoning very well so that all the plantains are nicely seasoned. Next thing I'm going to do is oil my air fryer basket, toss the plantains in some oil, and put them into my air fryer basket. For the air fryer plantain chips, we're going to be doing them at 180 to 200 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. So the air fryer plantain chips actually take a bit shorter time than the oven baked ones. For the oven baked ones, we're going to also oil them, so spread them out on the pan so that they each have a good surface area to get the heat, and we're going to put them in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes after we glaze them over with some oil so that they can get really nice and crispy in the oven. So our air fried plantain chips are done, and this is what they look like. So they're nice and golden brown, and they were very crispy and a bit chewy actually. I found that the air fried plantain chips were a bit more chewy and less crunchy, which I actually really enjoyed. They were really pretty, really beautiful, and obviously the thinner they are, the crispier they are. Then our oven baked plantain chips were a bit drier than our air fried ones. They were a lot more crunchy and crispy, but then they're also very nice if you like your plantain chips very, very crisp. So these two recipes are actually really healthy alternatives from the regular plantain chips recipe that we usually have, which is usually deep fried. And here we can see the difference side by side, our two plantain chips, the oven baked and the air fried. They were both really yummy, so you can decide whichever one you want to do. Thank you so much for watching this recipe. Bye! Have a lovely day.